Hey guys, and welcome to today's First Impressions video. The video game series in which we look at a recently released game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Pretty Girls Escape, which is a Mach 3 with a difference that is also, as you can tell, coupled with the anime dating sim fandom that you are, I'm sure, well aware exists. On the whole, it's not a terrible game. It runs pretty smooth, and the puzzles get difficult or more difficult the more you play at a nice steady pace. It's a very chill game to play as a result. There are a few things that I'm not overly happy with as a game, but as always, we will go through the options and I'll show you around the dressing room to see the different things that you can do with the characters that you unlock from there. And then we'll get into the actual gameplay and I'll show you how it all works. So let's jump straight into it. All right then, the options menu. First off, they do give you the kindness, if you like, of starting the volume at about 50%, which is something I'm seeing more and more with games, and I'm very, very glad of that as well. The game also by default starts you in windowed 720p mode, so you're going to want to come in and change the resolution there. Outside of that, there are no other options. It's not really a graphically intensive game. It's all 2D. It's very clean and very sharp 2D nonetheless, but not really a huge amount of options needed for this. It would be nice to have an FPS counter just to sort of limit it for if you are allowed to even stream this on something like Twitch. I doubt it. But yeah, nothing really to go into here. Pretty standard stuff for a game like this. Let's look at the dressing room and see what you can unlock in this game. Alright, the dressing room then. As you can see, you have a different number of women, and they've all got two alternate outfits that you can unlock throughout the game. If there was one quip that I would say that I really dislike about this game, it's the fact that even though I've selected English, there is no English voice actor and there's no subtitles. So I don't actually know what they're saying to me whenever I click on them. It's a bit weird and a bit annoying and a bit jaunting. Like, I've watched a lot of manga, but I wouldn't say I'm a fluent sort of Japanese speaker. Now, the other thing that you can do here is you can hit zoom, and this will allow you to move your character around the screen. You can just have her as a background, and then you've got the options here. Now, I do have the controller plugged in, and it seems like this is a game that's very much been designed with the controller in mind, because all of the tooltips are for controller, but you do have a couple here for mouse and keyboard as well. The artwork's actually pretty good. This outfit here reminds me a lot of something out of Genshin Impact. But yeah, like the art style is fine. And again, you can see each of the outfits when you do this, if you so desire. You've got your guide there, and then you've got your BG. I don't actually know what that is. I haven't unlocked it yet. And yeah, that's pretty much all you can do. They do have different costumes you can buy for points. Interesting. So I've got 32,000 points, or 3,200 points, I should say. And as you can see, you can go through, you can get different backgrounds for them, you can get different outfits. Yeah, nothing overly bad, thankfully. It would have been a different video if I'd have clicked on this and there would have been nakedness everywhere. So on the whole, it doesn't look too extreme. It looks pretty soft. Some of the backgrounds look rather nice as well. I'm not going to lie, the castle is pretty cool. So this is where you go to get all of the stuff. If I was to say another sort of, not dig, but another critique, there isn't a lot of content. It doesn't look like there is a huge amount of content here. It looks like your entire goal is just to unlock everything by playing the same sort of few stages and stuff. And even then, there's not a huge amount to unlock either. But let's jump into the game and see what the gameplay is like. Alright, we're in the game then. You have a timer, and the idea is to do this as quickly as possible. And the aim of the game is to get these two characters down to these squares. Any one of these 4 squares will work. The way you do that is if you have a group together that is more than 3, you'll be able to destroy them. If I was to come up with an instant critique, it would be that even though they do have symbols on them, it is very hard for my eyes to discern between each of the types because I'm colorblind. It is a big problem for me. I have already succumbed to this issue already, in that I have very much struggled to differentiate between the different types. You do have a special ability where you are able to move the entire screen to the right in order to move the blocks in a more favorable fashion. It's quite cool. It's quite a nifty little feature. I am a fan. And then the idea is, yeah, to basically break through as much of this as is possible, to see what it is you can make from it, and to see if you can essentially get your character to go where you need them to go. Now, as you can see, I have screwed this up rather monumentally, and you simply just retry. The puzzles do get progressively difficult as you go through, which is nice. So if you want a fairly chill game that is a little bit different to your normal Mach 3s, I would pretty much highly recommend this if you can get over the whole anime waifu sort of theme that's going on. Again, it looks pretty clean, pretty clear. You know, everything's nicely presented, shall we say. And overall, it's pretty good. Like, I don't have a huge amount bad to say about the game. You know, it works. It does what's needed. Now, it is important to note when you're playing this that the second these go free, they escape, you lose the chance to gain any more points. So you want to be making sure that you have got everything free there that you can to get the missions done, to get the most amount of points from the round. And that's where the challenge comes. But there you go. This is Pretty Girls Escape. Pretty simplistic. And again, once you've done all 6 stages, you kind of just start again, but with a different girl, it seems. And the idea is to just get through and free them all, which is kind of cool. So there you go. Check it out. Pretty Girls Escape. If you like your anime waifus, you're gonna enjoy this, I think. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Ciao, ciao.